This Coast to Coast Entertainment Network program is brought to you by Beside Me Bracelets. Our bracelets are handmade for any occasion. Use the promo code Coast to Coast for 15% off. Visit their website at besideme.com. Suzanne's Paparazzi Jewelry. With 24-hour shopping available, use the code 160920 and show her some love, like she showed us. Reaper Apparel Company, a commitment to live your most authentic way every single day. Visit reaperapparelco.com for more information and a look at all of their apparel offerings. And by Good Day Embroidery, your local source for custom embroidery, screen printing, and more. Log on to gooddayembroidery.com for more information.
Welcome, everybody, to Between the Ropes here on Coast to Coast Entertainment Network. I am Crispy Bacon. Normally, we would be here for Primetime Blitz, but we figured that there's no football this week, no Super Bowl. That's next week. We haven't had Between the Ropes this week, so why not do it tonight? I'm here with Big B. How you doing, Big B?
I'm doing good. I mean, yeah, no football this week, no college, nothing, no breaking news in the NFL. So, let's get primetime bye week and let's get into some wrestling. The road to WrestleMania begins this Saturday. So,
yeah, the road to WrestleMania 42 begins this Saturday in Saudi Arabia with the Royal Rumble. Always fun to have the Royal Rumble. We'll get our thoughts on that here in a little bit. But first, we had SmackDown, which kind of led to Saturday night's main event, which it wasn't a bad Saturday night's main event, but it could have been better.
oh yeah, I mean, depending on your predictions and stuff like that. I mean, the wrestling could always be better. So
yeah. As far as matches go on SmackDown, a lot of the backstage stuff was about Saturday night's main event. I kind of, took that out, but some of the matches were United States Championship match had Carmelo Hayes going up against Ilya Dragunov, and Carmelo retained it. What'd you think of that?
no, it was a good match. I think I said it before that I'd like to see them run it back, and they did. Maybe we get one more run back. Maybe we get a little, maybe a mini run back at the Rumble where they're both in at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think good match. I can't see them doing too many more matches, because I mean, gotta get other people in there. But a good run back. I definitely expect something from the Rumble.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see who all is gonna be in the Rumble. I mean, we know a few competitors, but not all of them are there, and I know some people don't like when they're revealed. I'm okay with it because yeah, they're in it, but we don't know the order they're going in, so it doesn't really spoil anything.
Yeah, I'd like to see the list, and then we can do predictions off of that. I mean, and I also kind of like the hidden factor too. So
yeah, Jade Cargill defeated Chelsea Green with Alba Fire and the newest member, Jordan Grace.
yeah, another good match. They're definitely setting up Jordan Grace to start the feud with Cargill. So we'll see how that goes. Might be my women's side prediction. Who knows yet? But we'll definitely get to that. But I definitely see a good feud between them two girls.
It's going to be a good one. You had the WWE Tag Team Championships, which were held, keyword, were held by the Wyatt Six. They went up against the MFT faction, and the MFTs won it, becoming your new WWE Tag Team Champions.
Again, good little rivalry here. They kind of, been dragging this one along, since before Survivor Series. I just think that WWE's not currently satisfied with the Wyatt Six and how they can book them. That's probably why they took the titles off of them. MFTs are definitely, the hit thing right now. So it was smart to put the titles on them. Good match. I kind of hope we see a little run back with this again. I don't know, but again, you're probably going to see some of these competitors in the Rumble, so we can see a little mini, match inside the Rumble, which is always nice.
I feel like the Rumble sets up different feuds, and whether this continues or goes off into another area, I think it's gonna be fun during the Rumble. Nathan Frazier and Johnny Gargano had a match with Nathan Frazier winning. Johnny Gargano has just been in a singles run, since Tommaso Ciampa hasn't been on SmackDown lately. So
yeah, I mean, you got a good young rivalry there. I mean, we'll see where that goes, but Nathan Frazier is a guy that I think's probably going to get some single title run here. Gargano, another good guy. I really think his specialty is tag team. We just saw, if you watched AEW today, spoiler alert, Ciampa's on there now. So we'll see how they use Gargano, but to me, I think he's a better tag team competitor.
He is better in the tag team. I do agree with that.
Yeah.
And a lot of people thought that Tommaso Ciampa would join like New Japan, and I mean he still can do that under the AEW umbrella, but everybody thought he'd just join over there first and then come over to another brand, AEW, TNA. Everybody thought that if he was going to go to a different brand, it'd be TNA.
Yeah. I don't think TNA was in the picture, but AEW, it's got another guy they can kind of build around. Hopefully, somebody that maybe WWE didn't think they could do well in a singles run. So, I mean, I was actually shocked. I knew his contract was up. I didn't hear anything, and then to see him show up on AEW, was shocking. So, but again, back to WWE, we'll see what they do with, with Johnny Wrestling now, and Gargano, and Frazier. I know they had that little feud, or they're having a little feud with the mask and stuff. So, we'll see where they go with that.
Yep. The women's tag team championship had a number one contenders match. Kiana James and Julia defeated Nia Jax and Lash Legend, along with Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. They become the number one contenders for the women's tag team championships.
I mean, overall, good match. I mean, they, like I said a few weeks ago, I think the women's tag team division is kind of the best division right now as the tag team goes. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see if the new number one contenders can take the titles off of the current champs. I know some people are thinking Flair and Bliss are going to break up, and we're probably going to see all these girls in the Women's Royal Rumble. So, like you said, Chris, it sets up rivalries. It sets up new, teams, I guess, or friendships, and so it'll be interesting to see. Yep.
Trick Williams and Damian Priest had a pretty good main event. However, it was Trick Williams won by disqualification, and Sammy was watching because those two plus him were part of a fatal 4-way match at Saturday night's main event.
Yeah. That was a good match. Trick. I think this guy. I mean, personally, I think the sky's the limit for that guy if they can work with them, and Damian Priest. He's still going to be a main eventer. Stuff like that. But yeah, I think Trick is the next wave of legends coming up.
Trick is definitely a star. I mean, he was a star in NXT, and everybody was wondering how he was going to do when he made the jump from NXT to the main roster. And he's doing pretty well. I think they're giving him all of the space and all of the time to give him his time out there, and he's doing pretty well.
Nope. He's definitely taking what they give him and running with it, and realistically, to me, if this Rumble was happening back in early '90s, I would say Trick Williams is the shoe-in to win the Rumble and get that main event push. But today's WrestleMania or Rumble, I just don't know where I would rank him right now. I mean, I'd like to see Trick win it, but I kind of think it's going to be somebody else.
Yeah, we'll get your prediction here in just a little bit on who you feel like the men's Royal Rumble winner will be, as well as the winner of the women's. But let's go to Saturday night's main event, because there was a big main event with a potential title line at stake. Before we get that, we have Jacob Fatu going up against Cody Rhodes. Or should I say, it was supposed to be a match between Jacob Fatu and Cody Rhodes, but it just became a brawl around the arena, and there wasn't really a match per se. Match got thrown out. Not that it would matter when Drew McIntyre entered the fold and just tore everything up.
Well, I think in my prediction, I almost nailed this. I said it was going to be a no DQ match. Turned out to be a no contest. So I give myself a win on that one. Yeah. I mean, they definitely got a brawl. I'd like to see them actually run this back. I'm thinking we're going to see some kind of triple threat.
That's what I'm thinking.
With these three. But I'd definitely like to see them run this back. Give me a no holds bar match or a falls count anywhere match. But definitely, I want to see Cody and Jacob tear down the house.
I do too. I think it would be fun if that happened. You had the tag team match with Rhea Ripley and Io Sky. I remember Kiana and Julia are next in line after this match. But you had Rhea Ripley and Io Sky going up against Roxanne Perez and Liv Morgan. Rhea Ripley and Io won it. Glad to see them win it. I think Liv and Roxanne are gonna get a tag team belt one day. Not right now.
I don't know, because I think first off, the match was good. I mean,
it was.
Definitely Rhea and Io are performing well as a tag team. It's always Liv and Roxanne, but I just have a feeling something is going to turn in the Rumble. One of those two are going to toss the other one out, I think, and we're going to get some friction. I think we kind of have started to see some friction in the Judgment Day. So I know we've been kind of talking about that for the last few months, that Judgment Day needs to go away. But yeah, we'll see. I just don't. I just think there's going to be something that causes them not to get the tag titles.
That would be interesting. I think something might happen. It's already shown a little bit with Finn Balor, and we'll get to that here too. But I don't know how long we will have the Judgment Day for long.
Right.
AJ Styles in a match thrown together pretty much on SmackDown is going to go up against Shinsuke Nakamura one final time, one final face-off. And AJ Styles won that. It was bittersweet. They had a good match. AJ Styles came out with a mask, before the match. I guess they wore that in their first encounter, but they're giving AJ Styles the ball to run, winning all these matches up until the Rumble, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I know they coined Gunther as the legend killer or career killer, I think it is now, but this match was good. I mean, one more time, AJ and Shinsuke got it together. Definitely a good match. Definitely something that when Shinsuke first came into WWE, everybody told me to start watching their matches over in New Japan, which I did. And of course, they brought that same type of intensity over to their matches here. So, but yeah, good way to close out Saturday night's main event with that match.
Yeah, it was the second to last match because you had the Fatal 4-Way match as your main event.
That's right.
You had Sami Zayn, Trick Williams, Damian Priest, and Randy Orton. Winner of this match goes on to the Royal Rumble and faces CM Punk for the Drew McIntyre, for the championship. And
yeah.
Sami Zayn won it.
Yeah. I'm a little disappointed. I mean, it's his hometown. Again, you had Trick in there, an up-and-comer. You had Orton. You had who's the other one? Damian Priest. Those two have already held it. Sammy's trying to, get it on his resume. Trick coming up. But I mean, I think I was a little disappointed with Sammy winning, because now everybody's like, well, now he's going over to Saudi Arabia where he's a fan favorite. Of course, they're going to let him win it.
Not necessarily.
Yeah, you're right. Not necessarily, but I would have booked it. I would have booked maybe Orton to win it, then followed by Trick Williams, Damian Priest, and then Sami Zayn. That's the order I would have kind of led towards. But we'll see what they do. Like you said, Chris. I mean, just because he's in his country where they love him, doesn't mean he's gonna walk away with the title. But we know WWE does strange things just to kind of satisfy people's careers, and this could be one of them.
In a way, I could kind of, in a weird way, I can kind of see it happening.
Yeah, I could too. I'll say right now, and we'll get into our predictions here after we talk about Raw, but if the match is good between them two, I don't care. but if the match is kind of blah and something happens to where they it's just a blah match and the title's on Sammy, then I got a little problem. But if it's a good match, then I honestly won't care who wins.
I could see it because between Punk and Sammy, you're going to have several quote unquote home field advantages. Sammy's first one was in Montreal and he got the win. Next one's going to be in Saudi. And then, say Sammy does win, do you put Punk in the chamber in his hometown of Chicago and win it and face Sammy at WrestleMania?
Yeah, you can do that. Or, if, Punk retains, then Punk puts the title up at Elimination Chamber against, possibly returning Seth, a Braun Breaker, Sammy again, maybe Trick, maybe that's the way they go with it. But I can see a scenario where if Sammy wins, then CM Punk wins at the Elimination Chamber for the rematch at WrestleMania. So that'll be a good call out there, Chris, if that one hits.
Because normally the Elimination Chamber, at least the last 4 or 5 years, I think it is, it's been okay. No, the other person didn't call out the champion for the other title, so we need a number one contenders match for this one.
Yep.
That's usually how it's been, but
and I actually kind of like that setup where whoever gets called out for the Royal Rumble one, and then the other one gets a contract if they win the Elimination Chamber. So I kind of like that layout. I kind of hope they keep doing it that way.
Yeah, it is nice to have. Monday Night Raw this past Monday in Toronto. AJ Styles started the show with a promo of his own. CM Punk came out and had his promo, and they set up the main event match between him and AJ Styles for the first time ever in WWE. But it's for the championship. And we'll get to the results in a little bit. Do you like this matchup?
Oh yeah. I was excited when I heard what the matchup was. We couldn't wait to watch it. So yeah, definitely one that got my attention right away.
Yeah, and you can tell too that it's going to be the end of AJ in WWE. Yeah. Not wrestling in general, but in WWE. First official match of the evening, you had the 6-woman tag match. Rhea Ripley, Io Sky, and Stephanie Vaquer versus the Judgment Day women of Liv Morgan, Roxanne Perez, and Raquel.
Yeah.
What do you think of this one?
And it was a good match. I mean, these 6 women can definitely throw down. I mean, you got the champs on one side, you got the Judgment Day on the other. Definitely, something that I kind of wish Judgment Day would have won, and then they could have came out and challenged all 3 of them to another match, and maybe a winner takes all type match. But of course, Raquel and the champs won, so that kind of doesn't play a factor right now. But it would have been interesting to see if Judgment Day would have won. And it could have put a little more dagger into the Judgment Day, which I think we're seeing going to be falling here soon.
Yeah, I think so too. Which is okay. They've been around.
Yeah,
they've been around long enough.
Yep.
let's see here. You had Austin Theory versus Rey Mysterio. This matchup was set up by Adam Pearce, who apologized to Braun Breaker for laying his hands on him a few weeks back or several weeks in a row. In return, Adam Pearce allowed the remaining members of the Judgment Day to be a part of the Royal Rumble, including Braun Breaker. And then we had this match. Previously, Rey Mysterio won the match, but in the rematch, it was Austin Theory who won, got his revenge.
Yeah, no, it was a good match. Pierce coming out, putting Breaker in the Rumble, saying things, or saying that he apologized for putting his hands on him and stuff, and then again allowing the other three members of Judgment Day to be in there. So now all the members of Judgment Day, or not Judgment Day, I'm sorry, the Vision will be in there. So we'll kind of see probably them all kind of team up a little bit here. But no, for the match itself, it was a good match. Ray got hurt. We'll see how serious it is. Austin Theory's got the win. I definitely like Austin Theory in the Vision role. Definitely going to see, talk about another up and comer, guy that's probably on the next level, being a legend, coming down the road. Austin Theory, actually, all four of them, and I will throw Logan Paul in that mix there. But
what do you think of Logan Paul?
I honestly, all four of those guys right there are gonna probably go into the Hall of Fame together, But I definitely think I think Logan Paul's found his niche, as a competitor in WWE. I think he's taking it serious. I think he's definitely gonna have some gold around that waist, multi times, all of them. So, but definitely, all four of those guys, are a force to be reckoned with.
I agree. I think the U.S. title is going to fit him first.
Yeah.
Or Intercontinental.
Right.
Let's see here. We had a fatal four-way number one contenders on the men's side tag team match. American Made versus the Americanos versus Alpha Academy versus the New Day. Winner faces the Usos for the title at some point. And I'm surprised they did it, but maybe they have a different plan than we all think. And that is the Alpha Academy. Otis and Tozawa are your new number one contenders facing the Usos.
Yeah, I was shocked, because I mean, you had four great teams in there. New Day wanting their title shot again. You got the Creed brothers that definitely deserve title shots, and then who was the other team?
You had the New Day, you had Alpha Academy, the Americanos.
The Americanos, yeah, those guys. I mean, it's a good twist to to who's portraying them, but I think it's just a gimmick right now. I don't think it's going over well, but to have Otis
and Lucha Libre, AAA.
Yeah.
But that's a different demographic.
Yeah. But definitely having Otis and Tozawa win was kind of a twist. Because I noticed too, and I don't know if you caught it, Otis came out wearing Dozier's jacket. He didn't come out, kind of dressed the same like he used to. So typically that means there's some kind of character change coming. So, and I think some people picked it up on on my Facebook feeds, but, we'll see if, maybe if they lose the title shot, then we get Otis to turn heel. I don't know, but definitely be a good match with Usos and Alpha Academy.
I'm surprised they did it.
Yeah, I'm surprised too.
But I'm happy. I'm surprised in a good way.
Yep.
Next week on Raw, we will have Stephanie Vakir will defend the women's world championship against Raquel Rodriguez in a street fight, a Philadelphia street fight.
Oh, that's on Raw. I thought that was on the Rumble, but no, that's going to be a good match. Definitely going to be one to watch. Early predictions: I could see Raquel, with the help of a couple of people, take that title off of Stephanie for a short time.
I could too. A lot of people are saying that it's time
Yeah.
to put the belt on somebody else. Let's see. What else? We had the reveal of Obafemi. Yeah, he's been teased, several times of he's going to make his appearance on the main roster. He's going to make his appearance at the Rumble.
Oh yeah.
Which I think we figured that. I just wish it was at that point. I wish it was a surprise.
Yeah. Definitely going to see him in the Rumble. Definitely going to see him in the Rumble. Definitely going to see him, again, another guy up and coming that's, going to be an impact. And, I think Triple H likes some of these younger guys that he's been bringing up, unlike Vince, who didn't really like to build characters too much, as a main eventer, where Triple H does. So I'd like to see these guys, getting a solid push.
Yeah. It is nice, and I'm sure him and Shawn Michaels have been talking, and Triple H taking notes on how Obafemi is, or Trick, or whoever. I'm sure he's taking notes.
Yep.
Which is fine. And then you had your main event, CM Punk, the World Heavyweight Champion, taking on AJ Styles. First time ever, potentially last time ever. We are unsure. We will get to that reasoning why here in a little bit. But we had this main event matchup, and CM Punk, well, he was going to win it, but it got thrown out thanks to Finn Balor, who was not too pleased earlier in the night that the Rumble had been filled.
Yeah, I think that's kind of funny that Finn gets turned down for the Rumble. It's full. But he interferes in the match, gets tossed out. Good match overall. I wish they would run it back, but I have a feeling we're going to see the end of the WWE career of AJ Styles, and I think he's going to find a few matches on TNA where he started at. So
I agree, and all of this feels like it's symbiotic, or a lot of symbolism, except it's in reverse. Because he went, I know he went to other places, but he was in TNA, then he went to WWE. He debuted at the Rumble. Now he's going to retire supposedly at the Rumble, go back to TNA.
Yeah.
So it's almost like the same thing, but reversed.
Yep. Nope. You're right. He debuted at the Rumble. Gonna end his WWE career at the Rumble. Then go to TNA and probably finish off because their big event Slammiversary, I think, and that's where he'll probably finish off his wrestling career.
That would make sense. But he was also eyeing the championship on the debut. AMC debut.
Oh,
So he could have another title run or a title.
yeah. Everything's possible.
Now we get to the fun. This Saturday, 1 o'clock Central Time. It is the Royal Rumble this Saturday. 4 matches. You got the 2 Royal Rumble matches, AJ Styles and Gunther, and then you had the WWE Championship match between Sami Zayn and Drew McIntyre. Let's start with the women's Royal Rumble. Who do you think will enter at number 1?
Who's going to enter at number 1?
Yeah, who do you think will enter at number 1?
That's tough. I'm trying to think who's one they're using but not really giving a good push to. I'll go with Ivy Nile that she'll enter at number 1.
Ooh, that's a good one. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Brie Bella.
Okay.
Why not?
Yeah.
They've been teasing her a little bit, and she was supposed to make an appearance, but didn't at
Yeah.
SummerSlam. So I'm gonna go Brie. Who do you think's gonna enter at 30?
I don't think there's anybody really due to come back. At
Or make an
30,
appearance? Or
some reason I could see Natalia entering at number 30.
yeah, I kind of thought that too at number 1 when you were saying that. Who are they
Yeah.
not using much?
Yeah.
But I'm going to go Natalia on that one too. Who do you think is going to last the longest? Like the Iron Woman.
Iron Woman.
Uh-huh.
Let me see. I'm trying to think here. It's gonna be somebody. I'm gonna throw out a. I'm trying to think here. Who's kind of been sneaking around? I could see either Roxanne Perez or Liv lasting the longest. Oh, I'll go with that one.
I'm going to go Rhea.
Rhea, okay.
And then who do you think is going to win it all?
I'm gonna go with Jay Jordan Grace. I think she's gonna win it all.
You think Jordan Grace?
Yep, I think Jordan Grace is gonna win it.
I'm going to say Bianca.
Okay.
I think she'll come back and win that matchup.
Yeah.
Face Jade at WrestleMania.
That kind of makes sense too. I like that.
Okay. WWE or let's go with AJ Styles versus Gunther. AJ Styles loses, he will retire. I kind of feel like this is a
I think
it over.
I think the writing's on the wall. I think Gunther's gonna win this one. If not, then maybe we see AJ him do it one more time, before WrestleMania. But I kind of think we're going to see AJ's last match in WWE at the Rumble. Gunther to win.
Yeah, I kind of have Gunther winning this too. Hopefully they swerve us and Gunther loses, but I think if Gunther did lose, it would hurt his credibility a little bit. being that he's the career ender, but he couldn't end the career of AJ. I think that would hurt him.
Yeah.
But on the plus side, we all think AJ is going to go to TNA.
Oh yeah.
You can still have those WWE feuds.
Yeah, you can, but I think I don't think they would do that. Well, maybe, but I think if he does go to TNA, it's going to be strictly to finish off with some TNA guys. So
Or ex WWE guys turn TNA.
yeah, possibly. Yeah.
That he hasn't faced or haven't faced in a while, like Nick Nemeth.
Yeah.
WWE Championship match: Sami Zayn versus Drew McIntyre.
I don't want neither one to win.
Count out disqualification.
Yeah. Oh God. I don't like Drew as a champ, and I don't like Sammy as a champ. And possibly this could end. I mean, this could end the same way the Cody Rhodes, Jacob Fatu match ended in no cut or just a match thrown out because both those guys could get involved since they're going to be in the Rumble. So I'm not going to predict that, but I will say Drew wins.
I wonder if Drew loses, boy, he's going to be on the tirade.
Yeah.
Man, I didn't have it for too long. I didn't have it for a million days.
Yep.
I'm overreacting, but I got messed over again, and
Yep.
but then you have the Sami Zayn fans wanting to come after WWE and saying you gave him this push and you didn't do anything. You also had for several years Sami Zayn winning the Rumble, and I think it's going to change, back and forth, for a while until we get on air. But I'm going to go Drew.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to take it off him, but again, I could see this match getting tossed out as a no contest because Cody and Fatu both get involved.
I can see it being tossed out, and then you get the general manager of SmackDown saying, "No, it must end with the winner. We're going to move this up to no disqualifications."
Yeah, I mean that could be a possibility too. So
because they like doing that too.
Yeah.
And then you have the Royal Rumble for the men. Who is going to enter first?
I'll go 1 and 2. I could see Carmelo Hayes and Miz entering 1 and 2.
Ooh. I could see, because I've heard rumors of Roman winning this. I've heard a lot of people winning this, but I've also heard Roman winning this. You could put Roman at 1 or 2.
Yeah.
And then put up Bronson Reed at number 2 or 1 or 2.
Okay.
Continue their little feud.
Yeah.
For the first matchup and kind of go from there maybe. Who's going to enter last?
You know what? I will go out and I'll go with my guy that I wish would win it. I'm gonna go Trick Williams entering at number 30.
I'm gonna go Jericho.
Yeah, there's been a lot of posts. I've seen people predicting Jericho. I've still read different things that he's actually re-signed with AEW. I don't know.
Well, WWE filed a trademark. You know what they filed?
What's that?
Judas.
Okay. Yeah,
At least that's
maybe.
my thinking.
I mean, it
I could
wouldn't
just throw
shock
us
me.
off. Who knows?
Yeah.
But I think that would be a big pop at number 30.
Oh yeah.
25 or 30.
Yeah, definitely. If they can keep it a secret, if they can keep it a hidden that he's re-signed, and there's not reports. Oh, Jericho's backstage or saw Jericho in Saudi Arabia, and stuff like that. If they can somehow keep it a secret, that's going to be just a huge pop.
And that's why, too, I think they're reviewing a lot of these participants for the Rumble this year because they're like, well, everybody's just going to know,
Yeah.
Since it's an early start. So we might as well just
Yeah.
reveal it now. Who's going to be in it? But who knows? But
So,
that's all I got for the Rumble.
well, we got our winner. I mean, who we got winning?
I think we'll go Roman.
God, I don't want
I've
to.
heard different. I've heard Sammy. I've heard Roman. I've heard
I
Cody.
think I want Trick. I think they're pushing him hard. I don't think that's going to happen. I think it's going to be Braun Breaker.
I've heard Braun Breaker's name being
Yeah,
in it.
I'll go Braun Breaker.
I wouldn't mind seeing Braun Breaker in it.
Yeah. So.
And you mentioned that Ciampa's in AEW now.
Yep, he showed up today. Officially, AEW came out to challenge Mark Briscoe for the TNA title, or TNT title. I mean, so that should be a good match. This Saturday, we will be going to our first indie match this year. Midwest All Star Wrestling. We'll have a border battle over Wisconsin. They got some great matches lined up for that.
Heard something about a no disqualification match.
Not in this one, but when they go back to Turtle Lake, it'll be Mid All Star Wrestling, Heart of a Warrior. They will have Tommy Dreamer there versus Joey the Jet Avalon, and that will be a no disqualification match. So that's definitely going to be. But Joey the Jet will be in action this Saturday versus Hammerstone. I think he wrestled briefly in TNA.
Yeah,
the guy's a beast. So that's definitely going to be one big matchup. Can't wait to see that match.
I know it's a different match, but Tommy Dreamer, he's like next to Nick Foley.
Oh yeah,
the hardcore guy.
Yep, definitely can't wait to meet him. Definitely going to be a cool match. So
he should have you on Busted Open Radio. I'm kidding.
What's that?
Busted Open. Doesn't he host that a couple times?
He's been on there. I think that's with him and Bubba, I think.
Yeah.
Oh.
But no, it should be fun. You said you're going to an AEW show.
Yep. Yeah, we got some events lined up. AEW's coming to town in March, I think it is. So we got tickets for that. Definitely gonna be doing the indie scenes, especially with MAW, some of their matches and cards that they're coming out. So definitely gonna be a fun time catching some wrestling action.
Yeah, it's always fun to see any kind of wrestling in your area, whether it be
Yep.
indie wrestling or one of the big promotions out there, TNA, AEW, WWE. It's good to see any kind of wrestling, so enjoy that. I don't really have any other news for wrestling. Do you?
No, I don't have anything. Rank him. If Tim's feeling up to it, I know he's had some I don't want to say health issues, but not feeling the greatest. So hopefully return to rank him tomorrow for some celebrity birth dates in January.
Ooh.
And I know Tim's got some breaking news that he definitely would like to share with everybody. So,
Yeah, and, congratulations to him. Good for him, and I'm sure he will explain everything when he jumps on.
yep, exactly. So,
with that, thanks everyone for watching, tuning in to I guess, impromptu edition of Between the Ropes. We should be back Monday for another episode. And then, of course, Primetime Blitz on Super Bowl Wednesday, predicting the biggest game of the year and much more. So, with that,
yep.
have a great week. Enjoy it. And we'll see you guys soon.
Yeah, have a good week.